what the strategy is. Strategy is the key point where it needs clarification, it needs the right leadership, it needs the right mindset, it needs a detailed plan for the strategy to come into fruition. In a world such as this, where we have such turbulent times we've gone through COVID, it is more than essential to actually develop the strategy, develop the vision, and develop the leaders who will be actually taking the strategy into implementation and actually empowering the teams and ensuring that the strategy, the vision, the plan, and the values that the company or the business is actually showing off to the world, the social values, are embedded throughout the entire organization. Being part of the Della leadership is one of the great opportunities to come together into much bigger vision and being able to support businesses, leaders, entrepreneurs to solve bigger problems for humanity. Whatever we do in our life impacts everybody else around us. And now, if we take that mindset globally and we start caring for each other and building those relationships, we can actually come together in a unified vision of what the future of our planet will be.
Thank you, Tony, and thank you for all the support from London that you always give us. I have one more request from you to launch our LinkedIn page officially for our strategy and execution committee. So Tony, under your banner, we would love to launch the LinkedIn page. Can we have the LinkedIn page, please? Thank you, Tony. Thanks a lot. I have yet another friend to invite across on stage, Sam Subramaniam. Sam is an entrepreneur, evangelist, a believer. Sam is an alumni of IIT Madras and a University of Chicago Booth School of Business. Sam, a very, very warm welcome from all of us at DLC headquarters.
Jimmy, thanks for having me here. It's a really, really special group. Honored to be here. Awesome. I mean, this is incredible. What an amazing, delightful group of extremely talented people that you've put together at DLC and also at this strategy and execution committee. Given what's happened to COVID, businesses have taken a huge dive, totally unplanned. Nobody could be prepared for something like this that hit us. Nobody has a template, a game plan as to how to bounce back, what to do, what not to do. In every challenge and in every opportunity, there is a strategy. Either it's a good one or a bad one. It's so important as CEOs, as leaders, we run these companies to have sounding boards, which is why I like this committee, which is why I'm so honored to be part of this. And I'll tell you, there is no better time you could have launched this because the world is staring at such an opportunity in front of us and such a challenge we're coming out of. And learning from the members of this esteemed group is wonderful. Everybody is going to love it, most of all me.
Thank you, Sam. Thanks a lot for supporting. Marga, it's amazing to have you with us. I would like to introduce you. You're from our DLC Global Chapter, Marga Hoek, former Senior ESG Strategist, HSBC, recipient of the Chevening Fellowship from British Government. Marga is acknowledged as one of the 30 best management thinkers in the world. She's an award-winning author of bestsellers, The $1 Trillion Shift and The New Economy Business. Marga, such a warm welcome to you from all of us at DLC headquarters.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. Well, let me first congratulate you with this great network, and I was very impressed the pace in which it actually developed. It was done really, really quick, and good things happen quick, so to say. So that's only good. As entrepreneurs, we like that. Things that move quickly. I think it's very important that you have set this network up, and I want to thank you for doing so. As you touched upon earlier, while I already joined, it's so important to develop the leaders of the future, because the future is so much different, hopefully, than our past. And for me, it's a mission to say that we demonstrate around the world that business for good is good business, so to say, that we can really, as entrepreneurs and corporates, have great business opportunities, but at the same time achieve great things for the world whilst doing so. That we don't need to have companies that the world has to pay a price for. It can be the other way around. We can actually recuperate our planet and make sure that we create a prosperous future for everybody on this planet in the way we do business. This one, joining up so many bright people around the globe on topics, on their backgrounds, and like in this commission on strategy, is a huge thing to do and very important, because we need to join all of our minds and our intellectuality and our plans and our businesses to achieve a better world for all. I'll help as much as I can, and I very much look forward to see and speak to many of you. Thank you.
Really, really appreciate your presence.
I'd like to introduce Garry Turner. Garry is from our London chapter, and as a change catalyst, he works upon the intersection of design, disruption, education, and innovation. He's a strategic advisor, keynote speaker, an interpersonal guide. Welcome, Garry.
Garry, a very, very warm welcome from all of us. Good afternoon to you.
Hi, good afternoon from the UK. Thanks, Sam. Thanks, Jimmy. I think I'm so excited about this platform. I think this has been the platform I've been looking for 20 years. We're all very aware, as every speaker shared so far today, that we have multiple interdependent and concurrent challenges, whether it's social justice, whether it's the environment, whether it's how we lead in the workplace, and they're all coming together. So for too long, we've designed organizations and society to be separate from one another. And we're now going to a mass acceleration of inclusion, and that's going to cause quite some challenges as to how we integrate. So my role as a strategic advisor is to help startups and scale-ups to protect their cultural evolution as they scale mission-driven businesses. Because I think that's the time where we have the most challenge to hold on to the goodness that we create as startup founders and as scale-up founders. And I just can't wait to learn with you and alongside you, and also looking forward to contributing to all of these incredible social causes, Jimmy, that I know are going to continue to emerge through the club. So thanks again for the invitation.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Garry. Support means a world to us.
I'd like to now introduce Vivian Lines. Vivian is from our Hong Kong chapter. She's an advisory board member at the Financial Times. Vivian's an award-winning business leader in APAC with extensive multi-market experience. Vivian's also a global vice British Chamber of Commerce in Hong Kong, and also on DLC's own advisory board. Welcome, Vivian.
Vivian, good evening and a very warm welcome to you from all of us.
Good to see you, Jimmy, and greetings to everybody from Hong Kong. Listening over the past nearly an hour now, I think this promises to be an exceptional committee. And it really actually needs to be an exceptional committee, because we have to give the leaders of tomorrow insights into what they can achieve through excellent business strategy and execution. 3 things I've learned from. First, there are plenty of times you're going to make mistakes or fail. Acknowledge them, own them, and find a new strategy or tactic that will work. Second, organizations need to be a lot more culturally aware. And third, it doesn't matter how much you think you know, you can always learn from the wisdom of others. And that, for me, is what makes the Della Leaders Club so exciting, is we all have a chance to give back, to share our wisdom, and importantly, learn from the future generations of entrepreneurs and business people. But we can't neglect the social aspect of the Della Leaders Club, which I know is a cornerstone of your commitment, Jimmy, to social enterprise. Della Leaders Club is going to be an exciting forum for all of these endeavors. And as we launch the committee today, I look forward to working with everybody who's here today, and the rest of the honourable members to make the committee and the club a success. So thanks again, Jimmy, for bringing us together to make this happen.
Thank you, Vivian. Looking for your guidance and support to lead the strategy team. Let me explain to all our members. We've got 26 committees. Within each committee, we've laid down guardrails. So we've got a committee chair, we've got a committee consultant, and we've got POCs at the back end to make sure whatever strategy we've laid out for every committee, we do not allow our vision to be derailed. We keep moving in the direction, very focused, and roll out content. Thank you, Vivian. Thank you, Sam, for being there and doing this for us.
Yep.
I'd like to invite Shilpi on stage.
And I've been interacting maximum with most of you all since past two to 3 days, coordinating for the event. And now we would like to introduce Susana Ecclestone. She's our next guest from DLC London chapter. Susana Ecclestone, an advisory board member at Coalition Green Chambers of Commerce and Future ED. Susana is also an executive director at the British Argentine Chamber of Commerce. Welcome,
Susana. A warm welcome and a very good afternoon from all of us at DLC.
It's a pleasure to be here today, and congratulations on the launch. And I have been personally following this for some time, since I have initially been contacted by your team. And as your colleague said, I am the executive director at the British Argentine Chamber of Commerce and member of the coalition of Green Chambers of Commerce that is led by an American, the US Green Chamber of Commerce. I work on different sectors, different initiatives, different type of businesses. But what has happened in the last few months is that, what used to be a bilateral chamber turned into a global chamber. These kind of platforms allow the businesses to connect worldwide much more easily. Thank you very much, and that is me.
Thank you, Susana. I completely agree and resonate with you. Entering new markets and countries is not easy. It's our indeed pleasure to have you and an honor to have you with us. Let me share something with you all. On DLC, it's funny, we do not recognize financial currency. I've laid down a foundation on a very simple basis, very democratic. We do not recognize the number of zeros attached to your net worth or your balance sheet. We recognize the number of human lives you've touched and respect people with that. To me personally and DLC as an organization, the only currency that matters is how many human lives you've touched and how have you impacted planet Earth. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Now I would like to invite our next guest from DLC Mumbai chapter, Munesh Khanna, chartered accountant by qualification, extensive understanding of tax and corporate affairs, expertise in corporate finance, strategy and business restructuring, and providing strategic advice to corporates for over 30 years. Welcome, Munesh.
Welcome, Munesh. Good evening.
Firstly, Jimmy, my congratulations to you for conceiving of this Della Leaders Club and implementing it in such a short time. I mean, that itself is fascinating. Really, really excited about to be a member of the Strategy and Execution Committee and exchanging ideas, thoughts, and experiences with such a remarkable, high-quality, experienced business leaders who are also on the committee. So I'm excited and thank you for creating the platform and creating these opportunities. There is a lot to learn and there's a lot to implement. Thank you.
Thank you, Munesh. Thank you for being with us and supporting. Thank you, Shilpi. Let me introduce our next guest, Mr. Ajoy Roy. Ajoy is an entrepreneur, has built several companies, including 2 funded startups to exit. Graduate of IIM Calcutta and a supporter of several NGOs. Welcome, Ajoy. Pleasure to have you here with us. Your views on DLC, what do you think? What excites you?
Well, I think it's the opportunity of a lifetime to make a difference. You've got a bunch of powerful and committed people. You've got a database, you've got a communication channel. All you need to do is put the points together.
That's execution.
Right? Create leverage and then extend that leverage to millions and millions of people. So I was very excited when I heard about your intent to say, yes, this needs to make enough money to pay for itself, but the real purpose is to touch lives.
Yes.
So good for you. I wish you all things the very best for you and everybody else.
My pleasure. We have Marzin Shroff, MD and CEO of Eureka, Forbes, keynote speaker, chartered marketer from the UK. Marzin was recognized by the Water Quality Association USA in 2012, rated amongst the top 50 chief marketing officers in India. So Mars is a friend. I have counted on all these amazing people who are my friends and with whom I've established relationships and rapport for the last couple of years, going back in his case, I think about 20 plus years. DLC concept has been shared with all of them. So what you see as a final concept today, it's not just my doing. It's a little bit of input from Mars. It's a little bit of input from Ajoy. It's a little bit of input from all of you out there. So I never take complete credit for DLC. Credit goes to all of you put together over here.
But Jimmy, one of the first questions I asked you is why? And I got blown away by your answer. So I have to tell you, many people are in business for the sake of making money, right? And I asked Jimmy, I said, Jimmy, why DLC? And Ajoy, he gave me an answer and he blew me away. He says, the problem with successful people is they remain successful within their own community and they don't make an impact on people. So he says, I want to create a business model or a model whereby I can take people from success and take them to significance and actually make them contribute. And people at a particular level of success do want to give back. All he's doing is he's just catalyzing this entire process and thereby making a difference to maybe thousands and millions, as you said, of people all around the world and picking on the brains of everybody to do this. So what a brilliant concept. Brilliant.
So I'd love to introduce Vijay Sampath. He's a seed investor. He's a management consultant at SPJ Institute of Management and Research. He's also a founder of TPNY and a startup incubator. Welcome, Vijay.
Good day to everyone, and lovely to see Jimmy and team at the culmination of a fantastic journey. I believe I'd like to work on what I call strategy for the small guy. And today, we talk of sustainability, impact, whatever. It's the small guy or the small person who needs it most. And in the recent months and year, we've seen that gap has grown. And it's the small business, it's the small entrepreneur, it's the small farmer, whoever you call small. Probably we need to make life significant for all of them and success for all of them. So I'd love to be part of that story and be happy to help everyone in this journey. Thank you again.
Thank you, Vijay. Thank you, Ajay. Thank you, Marzin.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure to have you guys, and thank you for all the support. Our next guest from Dubai, Shiraz Jamaji. Shiraz has again been one of the founders in DLC Dubai, who's been supporting us right from the beginning. Our Diamond Eye Award for Quality Commitment and Excellence, International Construction Award, Trade Leaders Award, Club Spain. Shiraz is co-founder and director at Buildwell Holdings Limited Dubai and Huzaifa Dubai. Shiraz, a very, very warm welcome from all of us at DLC headquarters.
Hello everyone, a very good evening from Dubai. Thank you, Jimmy, my guru, my mentor, my first guru when I started my career. Thanks for this great introduction. And thank you, DLC, for making me part of this fantastic group of eminent individuals. Firstly, I would like to congratulate you, Jimmy, and the whole DLC team for having conceptualized and delivering this truly amazing and magical business platform. I have been observing for the past couple of months and following some of the other committee chapters, and I have only one thing to say, Jimmy. DLC is turning out to be one huge global encyclopedia of eminent human capital from all walks of life across the globe. Amazing.
Thank you.
I'm extremely positive. DLC, through your leadership and of course through the effective leadership spread across various committee leaders, would nurture the future leaders of tomorrow and shall create effective global impact. Jimmy, thanks. Thank you once again. And
it's lovely to have people like you all who blanket support everything that we do. Thank you, Shiraz, for being with us. I have our next guest to be introduced. I have Farhan to introduce our next guest.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. It's an honor being here with you all today. I'm Farhan Mistry and I'm the Innovation Officer for DLC. I'd love to introduce our next guest, Nilesh Modi.
Can we have Mr. Nilesh Modi in the front?
Hi everyone, thank you Jimmy. First of all, Jimmy, I would really like to congratulate and thank you for creating DLC. This is really an innovative and diverse platform, and in such a short period of time, you have all the leaders from business as well as social sector. I think hats off to you and your entire team to scaling it so fast. I am also delighted to be a part of the strategy and execution committee. I'm sure there are many leaders across the globe, so there's a lot to learn here and maybe somewhat to contribute as well. And really thank you, Jimmy, for providing and an opportunity to be a part of this. And definitely I'll convey your message for sure.
We really look up to one of India's finest entrepreneurs, Mr. Mukesh Ambani, and his leadership style, his strategy. I'm sure if we get a sneak peek into his brains and how does he strategize and how does he execute with elan across business verticals and creating some of the most value-added organizations across in the world. And it's exciting. Thank you.
Now I'd like to invite our next guest from DLC Mumbai chapter, Ms. Nandini Madan, CEO and Director Dalberg. She's a former VP Corporate Banking at HSBC. Welcome, Ms. Nandini.
Hi, Nandini. Good evening and welcome.
Hello, everyone. Really delighted to be with all of you this evening. And thank you very much, Mr. Mistry, Pearl, and the rest of the DLC team for having me join this really amazing group of people. And kudos to you in launching this as well. It's also been really, really heartening listening and hearing so much about social impact, because where I come from, the firm that I work at, which is Dalberg, It's at the unique intersection of social impact and consulting. So really excited to be able to bring to the table both consulting as well as, how as a team we can continue to have social impact being an integral part of whatever businesses we are part of. So really looking forward to working with all of you, to learning from all of you, and to contributing in any little way that I can.
Thank you. Nandini, it's interesting because social impact is going to be so high on our agenda. Strategies and learning lessons coming from you would mean a lot to us. Your support and constant guidance in terms of impact investing would mean a lot to us. Thank you, Nandini.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, and I look forward to learning a lot more.
Jamsheed Banaji is there. Can we have Jamsheed?
Pleasure having Mr. Jamsheed on stream.
Hi, Jamsheed.
Hi. First of all, thank you for inviting me to this forum. For me, strategy and execution are two extremely critical elements. A couple of things can happen. Strategies are developed sometimes in a vacuum, not taking into account some of the other components of an organization's capabilities, resources, the infrastructure internal that exists. As a result of which either strategies are not executed properly, or sometimes they're not executed at all. Or it happens that these strategies lie because there's a lack of buy-in from the rest of the individuals, that this is something which is done externally. So thanks for this opportunity. This is a very important topic from my perspective. Thanks.
Thank you, Jamsheed.
Thank you so much.
That's the point that you should take up in terms of content to drive internal execution teams and consulting within the organizations, specializing only for execution. Lovely speaking with all of you today over here. Thank you, Jamsheed. Thank you for logging in.
Thank you.
Now, I'd like to open the floor for any questions.
Hi, Jimmy and everybody. It's so good to be part of this. Jimmy, I must say, when I was first invited and introduced to your platform, the first quote that came to me was, "Dare and the world will yield." And that is exactly what's happening here. My question to you, Jimmy, is what would you like for us as a community to do more to support you and the platform in its growth? Thank you.
Thank you, Khalid. Join a social impact cause, a cause that resonates with your heart, a cause that you are fond of. One cause, two cause, three causes, as many causes that you are fond of. Support us there, join the cause, and let's see how we can put our words into action. I'm really a man in a hurry, not to start running the revenue in the company, but to make sure the social impact causes start deliveries. So this is the two ways in which you can help us. Participate for the U-turn events, communicate on the social media, and bluntly, brutally tell me what you think is not right, what you dislike, so that it gives me a chance to improve, steer, and get in a direction that we all think is positive. So that's what I would expect from all of you. Thank you, Khalid.
Thank you.
Hi, Aditya.
Hi, Jimmy. Hi, Farhan. It's very nice, very exciting to be part of this group. I can see a lot of people from diverse backgrounds here, and I'm looking forward to engage with all of them. At CEAT Tires, our purpose is making mobility safer and smarter every day. And mobility is undergoing a tectonic shift. What with this connected, autonomous, shared electric vehicles coming in, every day we are looking for new ways to meet customer expectations, and the customer expectations are increasing every day. So what my question to you is, how are we planning to facilitate the flow of knowledge from each other? Are there going to be groups? Are there going to be knowledge repositories or platforms where we can share our knowledge with each other, one-on-one or in groups, whichever way?
Aditya, so being the head strategist at CEAT Tires, let me share something small with you on a lighter note. Most times people listen to me, and then kind of they somewhere at the back of mind, they're not that as vocal about it, but they say, let's see what happens when rubber meets the road. So when DLC rubber meets the road and my tires get worn out, I'm going to come to you for the new tires on a lighter note. But on a serious note, there are 26 committees. So you being from strategy world will be consuming content on strategy, but for that you have enough other platforms. You will, as Aditya, consume content on cybersecurity, on leadership, transformation, design thinking, so on and so forth across from the rest of the committees. Again, your views, your opinions of what works, what doesn't work, information back to us matters. Engagement over the matters. This is one part. Like I said earlier to Khalid, please be a part and parcel of our social impact causes that resonate with you. I'm sure CEAT Tires has their own NGOs and foundations, and they work towards that. We would like to bring in the intellect. So this is how we're going to do. Thank you. All of it is going to be there on the platform. So we are using our platform to be one common communication point. and you'll be able to see everything there. Okay, whilst we have yet another question.
Well, I'm very excited to be a part of your group. Thank you very much for inviting me to be involved. I have a quite serious academic background and as well have worked in the nonprofit sector, basically volunteering, but helping organizations get started and get going in chambers of commerce. I've worked with the World Zarathustra Chamber of Commerce. And basically what I'd like to do going forward is helping craft a new vision in terms of business development. I hearken to the quote from Michelangelo that when he saw a piece of marble, he could envision seeing the angel in the marble, and he wanted to carve until he set the angel free. And I like to think of the future that way. We have unlimited possibility and opportunity open to us, and we have to carve into it, bring it into existence, and make something beautiful out of it. So that's what I look forward to doing and helping others do. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's very well said. And I can assure you, I have every intention to put my words into execution and make myself accountable for every step of the way. Thank you for all the support in New York you've been giving us. We have Rajat Kapoor, Managing Director, Energy, Oil and Gas, AWR, Lloyd.
Hey, Jimmy, once again, congratulations to you and the entire team for putting this out. It's always been a pleasure interacting with you, whether on this forum or one-on-one. And just seeing the kind of plethora of experience and the number of accomplished faces on this particular platform only is in certain ways unsettling and very, very mind-boggling. The question that I had, and I think it's been answered by you in some shape or form, is how is it that we as members can learn from the experience set of others, including yourself, Jimmy. You've got a lot to kind of teach all of us. There's these other folk from all over the place, all over the world, who can contribute to what we as business leaders is a big word, but we in perhaps the consulting world who have to advise other firms can actually learn from the first-hand experience. And we were just, and you've kind of explained that you're looking to kind of grow this platform to see how is it that interactions can take place. So that's what I just wanted to know. How is it that we could potentially, obviously I could reach out to a lot of these folk on LinkedIn and get in touch, but through the app, through a sort of a formal DLC medium, how is it that I can tap into this just wealth of information experience that's out there?
Rajat, you'll be happy to hear that there are 2,200 honorary committee members, and we at DLC have taken great painstaking pain to actually create 2,200 microsites on our platform. So including you have a microsite on DLC, you may not be aware about it or maybe aware about it. We have reached out to everybody. Everybody's entire microsites we've researched and put together across. Not only that, now our technology will allow you and permit you to make changes onto your microsite to add all the latest content you would wish to, also to incorporate the widgets of your social media if you wish to on your microsite. So this is one first degree connect. Privacy remains in your hand. You want people to reach out to you. You can put your email ID, you can put your numbers, you can put your secretary's numbers, you can put your divisional numbers, you can put anybody in the organization. So we made sure that these provisions and flexibilities have been given to you. Your videos, your past, your education, your history, everything is there on the microsite. So each time people look at a content coming from you and they want to go into your microsite, right below the content is a button, click to the microsite and you go there. That's how you connect to a person. That's one. You can also be a part of forums. Let me share this thing. I've not spoken about this whole evening. Forums are a game changer in a man or a woman's life. I've been a part of a forum for a little over 3 years. Let me share. I'm in EO Mumbai. Let me share. Forums are a game changer. I wish I was a part of a forum 15 years back. It's a fantastic support system. You don't need a shrink. You don't need anybody when you have a forum. And if it's an effective forum, it's a game changer. It adds so much of magnitude to your professional life, your personal life. So all of you are entitled to be a part of a forum. You may choose to join a global forum, which of course will operate online and meet once a year. You may choose to be a part of a regional forum for you across in India or somebody in North America, or you may choose to be a part of a chapter-specific forum, which is within your city where you meet every month. So I would sincerely encourage all of you to be a part of a forum.
Not only this, but I can personally vouch for the benefits of a forum in my life. So we are extending the benefits of forum to not only the members, but their spouses and their young adult children as well. Also to facilitate this is something I've been personally working on along with the team in creating a very advanced forum app. Super excited to take that app live next month and make sure all of you are connected with the right members and the right forum members across the world.
There's a last question. Madhivraj Sisodia, Head of International Formulation Business at Kedela. Good evening and a very warm welcome from all of us.
Good evening.
Yeah, hi, good evening and thanks once again. And it's indeed pleasure and honor to be part of the gathering here. Thanks to Jimmy, you and your team. I don't have a question, but point to make because you mentioned about the difficulties in approaching number of countries from your end. You know, I head the international business and we are present in more than 100 countries around the world.
Wow.
I have my own team around the world. So I would like to offer that to you. And I travel there frequently. So it would be my pleasure to help in any way.
Thank
to take this network to the next level to those countries. And probably those countries would not be as prominent as we can see here, but many countries in Africa and other parts of the world. So that's something which I would like to offer from
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's very sweet of you. We'll take you up on that. We need all the possible help and support in Hong Kong and Singapore and Bangkok. These are the places where we are not as powerful as we are in New York and London. But any kind of a help coming in these cities will be really, really welcome. Help me identify the most amazing people, men and women of eminence in these cities to onboard them as our honorary committee members. Thanks a lot for today, for being with us. Let me one more time finally profusely apologize for the delay that was caused in launching. And thank you for supporting us, being with us, keep the movement going and help us take the voice further and create it into a global movement. Thank you. Good evening.